You ever check your bank app and feel that tiny drop in your stomach? Like, wait, where did all of that go? Like, you didn't buy anything huge, no new phone, no vacation, no big shopping spree, and yet somehow your balance looks like it got into a fight and lost. Maybe it's food delivery again. Maybe it's those random app subscriptions you forgot about. Maybe it's paying extra for faster shipping because honestly, you just didn't want to wait 3 days. Or that ride you booked because walking felt like too much effort after a long day. And you tell yourself, it's just a few dollars. I deserve this. It makes life easier. And yeah, honestly, you do deserve comfort. Life is already stressful enough. Work is stressful, bills are stressful, even just existing sometimes feels like a full-time job, you know? But here's the weird part. All these tiny conveniences, all these small little life upgrades, they don't feel expensive. Not in the moment, not when you tap your card or click confirm order, but stacked together, they quietly, slowly eat your money. And this is actually something I think about way too much, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time thinking about money, human behavior, and why some people build savings almost by accident, while others feel like money just slips through their fingers no matter how hard they try. And honestly, most of the time it's not about income. It's about habits, invisible ones. Because convenience isn't free. It never was. And once you start noticing the hidden cost behind easy, it's kind of hard to unsee it. By the end of this, you're probably going to look at your daily spending a little differently. Not in a guilt way, not in a never enjoy life again way, but in a way that gives you control back. Because the real problem isn't convenience itself, it's unconscious convenience. So let's talk about the quiet ways convenience is draining your money and why most people never notice until years have passed. Let's start with the most dangerous sentence in modern spending. It's just a few dollars. Coffee delivery fee, extra service charge, priority processing, app upgrade, subscription trial you forgot to cancel. Each one feels harmless. $5 here, 10 there, $3 there. But money doesn't disappear in big dramatic moments for most people. It leaks, like a tiny hole in a water tank. You don't notice at first, then one day it's half empty and you're like, wait, what happened? I remember once checking my monthly statement and realizing I was paying for 3 streaming services I barely used, plus cloud storage, plus some random productivity app I downloaded during a new me, new routine phase that lasted exactly 6 days. Total, almost the cost of a utility bill, and I didn't feel any of it leaving because it was invisible. Why this matters? Your brain is bad at tracking small, repeated costs. It focuses on big purchases, not slow leaks. Simple breakdown. Small cost times many months equals real money. Action step: once a month, list every subscription, every single one. Ask, would I buy this again today? If the answer is probably not, cancel it. Not later, now. Here's where things get tricky, because sometimes convenience is worth it. Like if paying for grocery delivery gives you 2 extra hours with your kids, that's real value. But sometimes we buy convenience just to avoid tiny discomforts, like walking 10 minutes, like cooking something simple, like waiting 1 extra day for shipping. I once paid extra for same-day delivery on something that I forgot I ordered. It sat at my door while I was at work, so I basically paid money to rush an item into a box outside my house, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Why this matters? If you always trade money for time, you slowly become someone who must spend to feel comfortable. Simple breakdown. Convenience should solve real stress, not mild laziness. Action step: before paying for speed or ease, ask, is this solving a real problem or am I just being impatient right now? If it's impatience, wait 24 hours. Subscriptions are sneaky because they feel modern, clean, organized, predictable. But honestly, they are like financial termites. Individually tiny, together destructive. Music, movies, cloud storage, fitness apps, AI tools, gaming passes, premium versions of free apps. And companies design them to feel painless. Low monthly price, auto-renew, easy sign-up, slightly annoying cancel process. I had a friend who thought he spent maybe $40 monthly on subscriptions. Actual number, $210. He literally said, there's no way. There was a way. It was happening. Why this matters? Subscriptions disconnect spending from emotion. You don't feel the purchase each month. Simple breakdown: if you don't manually approve it, your brain stops tracking it. Action step: switch at least one service to yearly payment if you truly use it. Cancel the rest. Yearly payments force real thinking. Okay, let's be honest here. Food delivery is amazing. You're tired, you're hungry, you press a few buttons, food appears. It feels like magic. But the math is brutal. Meal, $12, delivery fee, $4, service fee, $3, tip, $4. Now it's $23. That is almost double. And if you do that 3 times a week, you're basically paying a second grocery bill. I went through a phase where I ordered food because I didn't want to wash one pan. One pan. That's not hunger, that's convenience addiction. Why this matters? Food delivery feels like lifestyle improvement, but it's often just expensive routine. Simple breakdown: delivery should be occasional luxury, not default behavior. Action step: pick 2 days per week max for delivery. Everything else is home food or pickup. You'll save hundreds without feeling deprived. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Convenience often replaces emotional needs. Tired? Order food. Stressed? Buy faster solution. Bored? Online shop. Overwhelmed? Pay someone else to do small tasks. And honestly, I get it. Life is heavy sometimes. But if convenience becomes emotional relief, spending becomes automatic. And automatic spending is dangerous. Why this matters? If you don't notice emotional triggers, you'll never control spending long term. Simple breakdown: emotion, convenience purchase, temporary relief, repeat. Next time you want instant convenience, pause 30 seconds. Ask, what am I actually feeling right now? That question alone can cut impulse spending. This one is subtle. The more you outsource basic life tasks, the more expensive life becomes. Cooking, basic repairs, budgeting, comparing prices manually, planning trips manually. If you lose these skills, you become dependent on paid solutions, and paid solutions always cost more over time. I met someone who literally said they can't cook anything, so they ordered almost every meal. That's not convenience anymore. That's financial vulnerability. Why this matters? Skills save money forever. Convenience costs money forever. Simple breakdown: skills equals one-time effort. Convenience equals repeated payment. Action step: pick one life skill to improve this month. Just one. Cooking basics is probably the highest return skill. Here's where things get a little hard. Sometimes we buy convenience because it feels like success. Premium services, VIP lines, priority boarding, fast passes, upgraded experiences, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying nice things. But if convenience becomes identity, spending grows fast. Because now you're not buying ease, you're buying image. Why this matters? Lifestyle inflation often hides inside convenience upgrades. Simple breakdown: if convenience is about others seeing it, be careful. Once in a while, choose the normal option on purpose, just to reset your baseline. Here's the part nobody feels immediately. If you spend $300 monthly on convenience extras, that's $3,600 per year. Invested over years, that becomes serious money, not fantasy money, real life-changing money. And the scary part? You won't miss it day to day, but future you might really wish you had it. Why this matters? Convenience steals from your future quietly. Simple breakdown: small monthly convenience equals lost long-term growth. Action step: redirect at least 25% of convenience spending into savings or investing. Not all, just some. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Modern life is designed to sell you comfort. Every app, every service, every upgrade, every faster option, every premium experience, all built to remove friction from your life. And honestly, friction isn't always bad. Sometimes friction is what protects your money, because friction forces thought, it forces pause, it forces awareness. And I'm not saying you should live like it's 1995. No food delivery, no apps, no modern tools. That's not realistic. And honestly, life should be enjoyed. But unconscious convenience, that's where money disappears. The goal isn't to remove convenience, the goal is to choose it on purpose, like choosing delivery when you're truly exhausted, not just bored. Choosing faster shipping when it actually matters, not just because waiting feels annoying. Choosing subscriptions you truly use, not ones you forget exist. And if you can do that, if you can bring awareness back into your daily money choices, you don't need a massive income jump. You don't need extreme budgeting. You just need fewer leaks. Because wealth for most people isn't built in dramatic moments. It's built in small, boring, consistent decisions. The kind nobody posts about, the kind nobody brags about, the kind that quietly change your life over time. So the next time you see that pay extra for faster button, just pause for a second. Ask yourself honestly, is this making my life better or just easier for 5 minutes? And if you can answer that question honestly, you're already ahead of most people. And honestly, that's a really good place to be.